It was a cold, rainy evening. The wind howled through the cracks of a broken window, and in the middle of an abandoned home sat a little girl, barefoot, trembling and clutching a torn piece of blanket. Her name was Aisha, only 7 years old, but her eyes carried the sadness of someone who had seen a lifetime of pain. Lightning flashed, revealing the empty walls around her, and she whispered softly, "Mama, when will you come back?" But there was no answer, only silence and the echo of rain dripping from the leaking roof. Aisha's mother had passed away 2 years ago. Her father, unable to bear the loneliness, remarried a woman named Razia. At first, Razia pretended to be kind. She smiled, cooked Aisha's favorite meals, and even brushed her hair. But once Aisha's father was away for work, her true face emerged, cold, cruel, and filled with jealousy toward the innocent child. Every morning, Razia found reasons to shout at Aisha. "You're useless, always in the way, go sit in your corner." And Aisha, scared and confused, obeyed quietly. She missed her real mother, the warmth of her arms, the lullabies before bed. Then one fateful day, Razia decided she had enough. She packed Aisha's small bag, took her to an old, deserted home on the edge of the town, and left her there. "Stay here until your father returns," she said sharply. "I'll come back for you soon." But she never did. Days passed. Aisha survived on rainwater and a few biscuits she found in her bag. Her small body grew weak, her voice faint. At night, she cried herself to sleep, whispering prayers her mother had once taught her. One afternoon, when her hope was nearly gone, a black car stopped near the deserted house. Out stepped a man in his mid-50s, dressed in an expensive suit. His name was Mr. Salman Khan, a millionaire businessman known for his wealth, but very few knew the loneliness behind his success. He had lost his own daughter years ago in an accident. Since then, he had closed his heart, believing happiness was not meant for him, but destiny had other plans. As he walked by the broken home, he heard a faint cry, a small, shivering voice calling for Mama. Curious and concerned, he followed the sound and found Aisha sitting in the corner, her face pale, her eyes red with tears. "What are you doing here, little one?" he asked softly, kneeling beside her. Aisha looked up, scared but relieved to see a kind face. "Mama told me she'd come back, but she didn't." Mr. Salman felt something break inside him. The innocence, the fear, the loneliness, it all reminded him of his own daughter. Without hesitation, he lifted the weak girl into his arms. "Don't worry, Beta," he whispered. "You're safe now, I'll take care of you." From that moment, Aisha's life began to change. Mr. Salman took her to the hospital, where doctors treated her for malnutrition and exhaustion. For days, he stayed by her side, bringing her flowers and toys. Slowly, Aisha started smiling again. When she was discharged, he brought her to his home, a big mansion filled with light and love she had never known. The staff welcomed her warmly, and for the first time, she slept in a soft bed with clean sheets. But her challenges were not over yet. At night, she would still wake up crying, haunted by the memories of abandonment. Sometimes she refused to eat, fearing the food would be taken away again. It took months of patience, care, and affection for her to trust again. Mr. Salman enrolled her in school, bought her new clothes, and even sat with her during homework. He treated her like his own daughter. Over time, a bond grew between them, something deeper than blood, something born from love and destiny. One day Aisha asked him, "Uncle Salman, why are you so kind to me?" He smiled gently and replied, "Because once I lost a daughter, and I think Allah sent you to fill that emptiness in my heart." Tears filled Aisha's eyes as she hugged him tightly. "Then I'll be your daughter forever," she whispered. Years passed and Aisha grew into a bright, confident young woman. She excelled in her studies, and under Mr. Salman's guidance, she learned kindness, gratitude, and strength. Together, they started a foundation for orphaned and abandoned children, naming it the Home of Hope. And one day, destiny brought Razia back into the picture. Struggling with poverty after Aisha's father discovered her cruelty and left her, Razia came to the foundation, begging for help. When Aisha saw her, she was silent for a moment. The pain of her past rushed back, but so did the teachings of kindness she had learned from her guardian. She walked up to Razia and said softly, "I forgive you." Razia, shocked and ashamed, fell to her knees crying. Aisha helped her up and arranged for her treatment and shelter. It was the moment that proved, no matter how cruel life becomes, love and forgiveness always win. Mr. Salman watched from afar, pride shining in his eyes. He knew his little girl had not just found happiness, she had found purpose. And so, from a deserted home to a mansion filled with love, Aisha's story became a symbol of faith, resilience, and hope. Cherry blossom moral of the story: never lose faith, no matter how dark life feels. One act of kindness can change a destiny forever. Speech balloon. Dear viewers, if this story touched your heart, please comment your thoughts below. Tell us what lesson you learned from Aisha's journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel Kindness Quest for more emotional and inspiring stories. Until next time, Allah Hafiz and Salam, Tulip.